Recording in progress.
Hey guys, Onan here. So, I wanted to talk about something I posted on Twitter, I think this morning. And what I said is this: natural family planning and let's say any kind of abstinence based, well, any abstinence in marriage, regardless of the reason, but for a lot of us, the abstinence is for um, avoiding procreation. Um, Hopefully it is anyway. And um and so in my experience, in my observation, anytime you're in that abstinence window for one reason or another, in most cases it is putting your marriage in a survival mode. I think it's really hard to grow and thrive and build your marriage during that time. Not saying there's not some benefit to abstinence. I've I've specifically said um, having a period of time when sex is unavailable has benefits to the marriage. However, there are there are enormous costs to the individuals, maybe one spouse more than the other, and then sort of by implication the marriage. You are essentially as being in survival mode, you're kind of living off the stores you've hopefully built up in your marriage during the non-abstinence times, or however other ways you use intimacy and other things to replenish the love tank in your marriage. And then when you go through periods of abstinence, you're essentially living off, for the most part, those built up stores in your love tank. And for us at least, and I think this is true for a lot of couples, the abstinence makes up half or more than half of your average cycle. So half or more than half the time, you are literally in survival mode. You are depleting the love tank in your marriage that simply cannot be replenished in the same way that sexual intimacy can do. And I'm convinced it takes a significant toll on the marriage, on the individuals, on the family. It certainly takes its toll on me. So right now we are, um, let's see, I think I think we're like day 13 into this most recent abstinence period. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks. We have let's see, counting today, 3 more days of abstinence. So it's going to be a minimum of like 16 days of abstinence in this cycle, which is literally more than half the cycle is spent abstaining. And I'm pretty depleted. It probably doesn't help that my one of my love languages is physical touch. Sexual intimacy really replenishes that love tank when physical touch is your love language. And physical touch is not my wife's love language, and so I don't think I know the abstinence periods aren't near as difficult for her, if she would even describe them as difficult at all, to be honest with you. And so it tends to be it tends to be a lopsided effect, probably affecting most guys more than most women. Certainly is true for me, and it's mentally and spiritually exhausting to spend more than half your time in this very difficult survival mode. And it's really, really hard for me to imagine that any damage that might be done by alternative options that the church says you can't do could possibly be more harmful to the marriage, either in the short term or the long term. But as Catholics, we're not really allowed, supposedly, to even factor in, the cost benefit analysis of these things. It's nope, this is the rule. Doesn't matter the amount of suffering it causes, doesn't matter the amount of help you might enjoy by engaging in one of these off limit things. None of that matters. How could it not matter? I don't know how it can't matter. Like I'm perplexed at how something so important and so prevalent just gets dismissed as an undisputable principle built up organically over time, largely through the minds of philosophers and kind of paranoid theologians, it seems. And we're not even allowed to have an intelligent discussion about it. I think that's really, really, really unfortunate, which is why I talk about these things. So anyway, wanted to share that with you guys. Sorry if you're getting glimpses of my pants. I have the camera flipped around, but sometimes it picks it up. So anyway, want to share that with you guys. Appreciate your thoughts and feedback one way or another. Feel free to go over on Twitter if you guys want to join in on that conversation. But this is a real problem, and I don't see anyone in the church really attempting to confront this and deal with it. So I guess that's our job. So that's what we're going to do. So I appreciate everyone for listening and following my channel. And until next time, everyone, have a good one.